Lovely day here in Adelaide today. Sun's out, so there's no better reason to do some work on the car. And today I will be replacing my radiator because unfortunately I've noticed, I'm not sure what justice the camera is going to do, but there is slight cracking here just on top. I don't have any cooling problems or major leakages anywhere, but this is definitely going to fail sometime soon, so it's definitely a good enough reason to replace the radiator. The first things first is make sure you have all the tools. I've got a Adrad branded radiator suited for my car. I've got all the tools I need, the coolant. I'm going to be using genuine Nissan coolant. I've got distilled water, and most important, safety protective wear glasses and gloves, because the coolant is definitely not good for your skin. So the process is going to be fairly simple. Undo all the hoses and everything, inlet, outlet. This is to the reservoir. You want to take off the fans, and generally everything's just on clips, and the radiator itself is pretty much just held in fairly simply on top by these two mounting points, and on the other side, and then the radiator should be easily, the new one should be easily fitted in. So first things first is that you should drain the old radiator by a plug just here. You probably should take off this cover just to have easier access, and yeah, go from there. You fuck. Okay, so while the old coolant is still flowing away, we can start disassembling the fans from the radiator. And a good tip is to have a computer or a laptop with the instructions how to disassemble everything on hand as well. This needs to go further away. Okay, so the issue here was the fans. We couldn't really get past this mount down there. So what I had to do is I had to unjoin the cabling to the body there, and then sort of move the fan across to the left, and then sort of just, as soon as it gets past that, to all the box fuses, you can sort of lift up the fan like that, and I was, as you saw, able to get the radiator out. This is a new radiator that I'll be fitting in. This is the old one. There's no new rubber stoppers or anything at the bottom. That's all at the body of the car already, just here. So this is the first mounting point, that's the second mounting point. We just sort of need to slide in the radiator in there. The only other places it's going to be kept in is by the two clips here. As soon as we get the radiator in, these slots here on either side are the places for the fan mounts to go in, and that should be it. I didn't disconnect any cabling. That has to go underneath the cabling there. Push it alongside. Piece there. That's it. Okay, so this just about sums it up. Radiator's been replaced. It was, I don't know, maybe a half an hour's job if you're mechanically orientated. Now I'm just gonna obviously refill the cooling system with coolant, roughly about between 30 and 40%. This concentrate and distilled water. And that should sum it up. Make sure there's no play anywhere. Everything's nice and firm. The fans are connected to the radiator right. The radiator is allowed to move on these rubber bushings. And that's about it. Clean up after yourself. Dispose of the old coolant properly. And I hope you found this video useful, and check out my other ones.